I just saw her come out today and I was like, whoa, that doesn't look great. What I've seen is that this is far better than a bath. I couldn't be happier with how that worked. Okay, so I was walking around in the reptile room and we actually had a few tegus just shed out and they're looking fantastic. Everybody was looking amazing. I was like literally one of them had full body shed coming off, and this is like a winter shed. Just such a difference. Everyone was looking amazing. Then I came down here and in this enclosure I saw someone not looking so good, and that was some of the red tegus that we have that brumated. In the area they were brumating must not have been ideal because their skin looks dry and cracky and just doesn't look good. And I have learned a trick that helps in situations like that. I've made videos about the vitamin B complex. That stuff can work in situations like this, but I have a new way that I've been doing and I wanted to share it with you guys. Even though these tegus don't look great, I still, this is part of it, and this happens sometimes with red tegus. Sometimes as you're trying to spray down their enclosure and soak them in the tub, it doesn't really help when they're having a serious issue. So I'm not saying don't do baths. They can be helpful, but what I've seen is that this is far better than a bath. This is a sphagnum soak. That's going to replicate what they truly need, what they want, which is a deep burrow full of decomposing material that creates warmth and humidity. Okay, I'm just gonna use this heat mat here. I've used it many times over the years. I know how hot it gets, and I know that it's safe to go underneath this tub. So, but with any heating element that you're gonna be using, whatever that may be, make sure it's safe, make sure to monitor it. Okay, so when you get your sphagnum moss from Amazon, it's gonna come like this in a compressed brick. All you're gonna do is put it in a container and add some water. Then you can just pour some water. I don't know exactly how much to add, but I just add it in, and then I'll check back on it in a little bit. And if there's still a lot of dry areas, then I'll just add a little bit more. The goal is to get the sphagnum moss nice and moist, but you don't want a puddle of water. You don't want it to be too wet. But it does absorb a lot of water. You guys, I'm just spraying this in here. You can see it coming apart. So you can see how much is still dry in here, you know, after soaking that for a while. But I'm just gonna start to break it up some because I don't want to get it too wet. I just want to break it apart, keep an eye on how much we got. But even as it is right now, I could add a little bit more water, walk away, and it would continue to expand and get to that right consistency that you want for your Tegu spa. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, so we've let this sit for a little bit. There's still some dry pieces, but that's what you want. You don't want this sogging wet. Okay, I like the consistency of this, and it's, you know, we used nice warm water, so it's warm in here, very humid. It feels perfect. You guys can see how thick it is. This is from one of those bricks that we have linked in our affiliate Amazon link down below. This is one brick. It expands to this, and it's going to be perfect for your Tegu. Okay, so I've got this ready. Now time to get the lizards. Okay, here's the first one. There's no cracking or anything, but she does have a kind of a tighter layer. I'm not super worried about her. She's still brumating, but I'm gonna go ahead and put her in here just in case, because it is tight. It is tight, tighter than I like to see. So there's the first one we're putting in. Okay, now this is the girl that I'm talking about. Oh man, you guys, this is embarrassing to show, but it happens. It happens. She was brumating somewhere that obviously was not ideal. You can see some of this scaly shed on here. She needs some help. This girl needs some help. So I just saw her come out today and I was like, whoa, that doesn't look great. So I'm pulling her out and we're going to give her some love. And I'm going to show you guys what I do. And you're going to get to see. So remember, this is before. This is what she looks like. Tight skin. It's tight, but there are some flaking off. You know, let's see what she looks like tomorrow. All right, and here's the last one. So you can see, kind of like the first one, not too bad, just a little tight. I'm still gonna put her in here. So that middle one is definitely the one looking the roughest, but I'll tell you, that middle one that has this one looking like that, this is the one that has woken up from brumation. So I wouldn't be surprised if these two, if left unattended, their skin would look like this when they woke up, like when they were starting to wake up, because she just became active today. So yeah, it's time. I'm gonna get them placed down in the box, and what they're going to do is they're going to burrow underneath this, and it's going to give their skin the hydration that it needs. And that's not something that happens really quickly. It takes a little bit of time. So where their skin is at right now, I would expect it to take 24 to 48 hours. Now, as a viewer, you might think that that's a big deal, but these two are spending all of their time right now underground. And she has just started waking up. So this is actually a very natural, healthy way to handle this situation that we can find ourselves in as Tegu keepers. Things like this can happen to any of us. Red Tegus can be finicky with their skin. There are certain things that we do to help them with that. Like one of them, I add fish oil. Every time I feed them, I add fish oil to their food. I feed them lots of fruit, all of that. But even with that, I still ran into this situation. So if you find yourself in this situation, don't beat yourself up, okay? Things like this happen in captivity. We're constantly learning and doing our best. And if anybody has any tips that they want to give me or the whole community that comes to this video, leave it down below. So we got these girls in here. Time to let them soak in their sphagnum bath, and we will check on them tomorrow. Okay, we're back. It's been a little bit longer than I had planned. I came in here yesterday and she definitely needed more time, and so that's no problem. So we just put the lid on it, and she's now been inside of her sphagnum soak for 48 hours. So she's been in this tub 48 hours. You guys saw her when we put her in. She was a scaly mess. I have not checked on her since yesterday when she was still looking about the same. A little bit better, but about the same. So I'm pretty confident that right now we'll be looking good. So let me get the camera set up, and we're going to open this up. I added some more Tegus in there just as a preventative maintenance. No, she's the only one that looked quite like that. Everybody else, it's just preventative maintenance, just to make sure nothing happens. So I got some of the anery babies that we have left, and I put them in there, and a couple black and whites that I had that were brumating. Like I said, none that are having issues, but just want to be on the safe side now that I've had this one situation. So, all right, let's get her out and check on her. First, right off the bat, I see this female who doesn't have any issues. She has no issues. I just put her in here as a preventative type of thing, and she's good. So there's really not much change with her. Here's the other red, looking fine. But like I said, she didn't really have any issues. So these guys are looking great. I can put them back in their enclosure and just keep an eye on them as they exit brumation. I think this is her tail right here. So here's the moment of truth. And there it is. Holy crap. So you guys see a little bit of what's happening here, right? So check this out. Yeah, camera's picking that up. So this part has completely shed off. Her skin is so thick, but it's ready to come now. Like before, it was stuck on there. It was scaly. It was just looking horrible. And now, that's the dream winter shed. This is how you want it to come off. This is so ready to all peel off. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna help her. We're gonna get this off. We're gonna complete this job and really hook this girl up. Look at the incredible colors. This is why it can be difficult to sell Tegus in the winter, because as the breeder, I know what's underneath there. But when she's looking like this, you can't sell that. But when they get that, oh my God, what a gorgeous girl. Absolutely beautiful. So, all right, let's get this skin off of her. Like I said, we're going to get that off and complete the job, and she's going to feel so much better. Can you imagine? I couldn't be happier with how that worked, and I want to see more red tegus out there shedding like this, especially after brumation. Now, my adult red tegus, when they wake up from brumation, they're outside. I never have to really assist them. Like, they don't have any problems. It comes off, no issues, no flakiness, kind of like how we were seeing with her. But with the babies, the ones that brumate in the enclosures, they need this sphagnum soap when they start waking up, is what I've noticed. So that's typically when I'm seeing it, is with that winter coat. And so maybe it has something to do with rainfall. So maybe during that time of year, where they're from, it rains more during that month, and it really raises the humidity and helps them shed. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that I have found something that works and is completely natural, and the tegus enjoy it, which is just a tub full of sphagnum moss with a heat mat. 48 hours later, you go from that to this. 48 hours, okay? You can do it. Do it with your red tegus. This is an amazing thing that works. It works with all tegus, but I just see a lot of red tegus not getting that solid winter coat off. Okay, I see them on Facebook all the time. I see them on Instagram. And these sphagnum soaks, the 48-hour sphagnum soaks, are really going to help you guys out with your red tegus, because we want our tegus looking like this. I mean, this girl went from looking so rough to looking completely brand new.